Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I'm sitting here surrounded by babies. So I'm going to tackle a couple of things on this video. We're starting out with Charli because she has just made her triumphant return to my channel. And more importantly, to my collection. And I will tell you, I made that video, what's more important to you, love or art, something like that. And in Charli's case, love definitely prevailed. While her art is gorgeous and stunning, there's certain details that lend themselves to realism that other dolls that I've had brought to the table, but there's something about this girl that speaks to me in a different way. And to me, she's very realistic, and I suspect even if she weren't, I would still feel the same way. So little brother Silas has come out too because we couldn't leave him out. Little Michael Silas. So let's go back. Charli is the Sally sculpt by Bonnie Brown, painted by Marina Matsko. Silas is the Will sculpt by Natalie Scholl, painted by Helena Z of Tiny Gifts Nursery. And then if we come over here, we have little Sparrow, who's going to get changed, most likely. She is a full body silicone doll. She's the Nova sculpt by Lilianne Breedveld, and was poured by Claire Taylor and painted by Virginia Comish, and her hair was rerouted by oh my gosh, for real. It's it's totally on the tip of my tongue. I'm drawing a total blank. Anyway, I'll come back. You know when something flies out of your head. And then last but not least, little Lestat. He's my reborn vampire. He was reborn by Emily Cook of Deadly Nightshade Reborn Nursery from the Sunny Sculpt by Joanna Kazmierczak. Now he's out. Everybody was out except for Silas for a purpose. He's out because several people have expressed an excitement to see him and Charli together. So we're going to do that. Lazara Brito rooted her hair. Gosh, sorry about that. I'll preface this by saying there's a chance I may have to get up and go let the dogs in, and I'm going to try to do so by taking a brief intermission rather than pausing the video, because it does take double the memory if I have to create a movie stitched together and export it, as many of you know. So I'm going to start by changing her, and my goodness, only because I want to interact with her, because this outfit is the cutest, cuddliest thing ever. I'm happy to report that I've been spending time with her the way I did when she was here before. I'll keep him in the frame, I guess. She was my buddy. I used to work from home all the time, and she was always out, and I would hang out, hold her in the evenings, or have her out by me in the evenings. And I haven't really done that with babies in a while, but she actually did sit with me last night during the Bachelor in Paradise finale and reunion. So look at her, these feet. So that, right now where I'm at, just totally in love with all of my dolls, brings up the frequently discussed topic of contentment and being done. And I will admit, I just came off the heels of watching Kelly's video from a couple days ago, Am I Done? Which was not necessarily addressing the idea of contentment, but more so, you know, if you're ever like reach the end. There used to be this commercial, it said something like, you have reached the end of the internet. Please go back, which was a joke, obviously. But do you reach the end of the desire to collect more? And part of me says, gosh, I hope so. Because it's gets a little frightening sometimes to consider trying to reconcile, you know, having dolls that you would like to keep forever and then continuing to bring more in, and just imagine never selling. And Kelly mentioned there's some collectors that have hundreds of dolls they've been collecting for years and don't ever let a doll go. I do know at least one collector who sometimes watches my channel who that is the case, and it's overwhelming to me, like almost imagining being in that space already. Like, how would that feel? But anyway, I mentioned in my comment to her that there's this almost this inkling of jinxing things that I've noticed, that for myself and for other collectors too. You make a video maybe saying, finally I'm content with my collection, and then all of a sudden this spending, doll purchasing frenzy ensues. That may be the dogs wanting to come in. I'll give them a moment. They become bothersome to the neighbors if they stand at the back door and bark. So I really try to minimize any length of time of them standing outside wanting to come in. But sometimes they're just barking momentarily, so. And if I let them in, I'll have to shut them out of this room anyway, because the babies are all on the floor and they don't always seem to care what they step on. Well, I hope you fit into this. This is this really cute knit set that came home with her from Annie when she returned to me, and it feels a little like it might just make it on her. I'm gonna take her off camera for just a moment. Yeah, so there's this element of you say you're done, and then it's almost like it comes back full force. I think I've talked about that. There's also the element of you're ready to buy. You get the bug in your brain to buy, and then even if you weren't planning to buy before, you're definitely planning to buy now. And you're going through the whole process of searching out dolls, and there are certain dolls that you would love to have and would pay, you know, top dollar for, but they're just not for sale. And then all of a sudden, magically, several of them go on sale after you've completed your current spending. So that's weird too. I just experienced that today. This gorgeous doll that was for sure, I thought was, you know, at least for a long time not going to leave this collector, is all of a sudden up for sale, and it's like, oh, I have Charli back. My custom is moving forward. She's going for hair today, so a couple weeks she will be home. Charli, I love her so much. Even though your feet are gorgeous, let's just do the whole get up. Put on booties and all. So cute. So we're gonna just take her bonnet down for a minute and bring Lestat next to her. If you guys will fit on a boppy. And we'll take the camera down. Come here, big boy. It's kind of an odd position. There we go. So there they are together. Man, he looks like he's glowing, doesn't he? You can really see that reflective, immortal, we'll say, nature of his skin tone. So there they are together. Ta-da. I do think Charli and Silas look like they could be related. Look how cute. All right. So now, oh my goodness, they're all so cute. Say hi. We haven't seen you in a bit. He's my joy bringer every day. He sits in his little coffin bed with his arm hanging out, just chilling in there and looking out and smiling at the room. So I get enjoyment out of him every day, even if I don't pick him up for a week. And Silas sits up on a shelf that overlooks the room. Charli will probably spend some time up there, especially because her sibling that will be coming is a sleeping baby. So that baby will be in a bed. Oh my goodness. I love this girl. I joked that I think she's a little mad at me, but I'm only kind of joking. Oh, she sits up so cute too. I'm only kind of joking. It's getting a little less. I know that sounds crazy, and I know it's not actually true. And I also believe in the Velveteen Rabbit story. So, say what you will. Okay, Sparrow. We're going to do another boppy changing for her, but she does not like to cooperate when she's on the boppy. Look at that precious little girl. Can you tell that I just love the dolls right now? I'm sort of getting comfortable with the idea of, it sounds so simple, but having dolls that I'm not necessarily doing anything with for a while. Like I always feel this self-imposed pressure, I guess, to have some kind of defined, we'll say relationship for lack of a better term, but obviously that's not precisely what I mean because it's an inanimate object, but you know, that whole battle of should I just have one doll? Should I have multiple dolls? How realistic is it to have multiple babies? All of that. I think I made a mistake. We're going to go up. One of the other things that's been floating around for a while, and I almost made a video about it, but then a bunch of videos came out about it, and then I wasn't really like interested in making one, is the changes to YouTube policies when it comes to videos that may have children's content or attract children when it comes to monetization and to comments. And there's a small part of me that thinks, well, maybe there's a way to transform this channel into more of a vlog with topics that we like to talk about but not featuring the babies, and then moving more to Instagram TV for the babies, for the changing videos, and obviously the photos are already there. But the other part, and I think that like as of this evening anyway, the other part of me is wondering, you know, what would that be for? My biggest thing, I'm less concerned about monetization because that was like a bonus. I never actually considered that when I first started as even a possibility. It wasn't like I sat there and thought, oh, I'll never have enough viewers. I just didn't even think about it. And then that's a nice little bonus, and it's fun to watch that process, but I don't think that I care about it enough to change the nature of my channel, because well, first of all, I originally intended it to be kind of a vlog anyway. I used to blog. I have a lot of interest besides dolls. I certainly used to have a lot more interest besides the dolls until I found the dolls. But this is a mayoral sleeper, by the way. They just took the tags off of it. Came back with Charli in her return box opening. But I'm going to put it on this little miss if it fits her. But I don't think that I have a theme to have a consistent audience base, and I don't know that I'm consistent enough either in terms of my availability to film, and again, I just like showing the babies and talking about the babies and watching other people's. But my biggest concern, like I said, is, or I guess you could say concern, the biggest thing is losing the commenting feature, because I like the interaction, and I feel like when people aren't able to interact with your channel, fewer people watch because they lose the element of being able to tell you what they think. I definitely feel that way. I could be completely wrong, and it might just be skewed, you know, to my supposition or my own personal opinion on what interests me. Then again, there's no way for us to really know how the doll video, the YouTube doll community landscape will change if virtually nobody's can receive comments. Like, I wonder if that'll take the fun out of it. The Instagram TV thing is nice. I think, although they may have updated this to allow for ways to have longer, but I think you can do like 10-minute videos at a stretch. It's not a monetized platform, but there is commenting, and also you have more control because you can have your videos visible. Like, you can block people to where once they're blocked, they actually, unless they have additional accounts, they actually don't even see your content. So they can't be like, what's the word for that? Like ghost watching, which for the most part, who cares? But there is a part of like a part of the experience where, to a certain extent, I don't think I've had this happen to me, or at least not enough for it to be notable, but to where some people's content becomes abused, we'll say, maybe that's a strong word, for someone else's topic, and then, you know, don't think anybody wants that. Oh, girl. That little hair is all over you. This is a tight fit too. We'll button it up. Wow. I'm telling you, she's really like a more 1 month than newborn. Come here. I think we're gonna do away with the boppy, because that is half of our challenge. Much better. Sparrow and boppies don't get along too well because she's very soft silicone. So if I had to decide, well, if I had to decide today, the first thing I would do would be to look into the nuances. There's something about, you know, having your content set to suitable for adult viewers only, which I don't know how that changes the commenting and or monetization features. I have to go back and reread the creator's email newsletter that addressed it. So if that's not a negative impact, I might start there. If I look at my viewership, my subscriber base, the majority are women who are, on average, maybe a little bit older than I am. I don't think that I appeal to the younger viewing audience because I don't do anything. Everything's very like monotone and a lot of talking. I don't think that's exciting for the younger people. This just fits her. So your hair is a hot mess now. So let's just have some wild hair. Bring Lammy out as a pillow. You're squeezed in there. Okay. There she is. Look how cute. She looks like she just woke up with her bed head. Fine. I did tell you about the new baby, so couple of weeks. And then that should be the last Reborn for the year. I really think it will be. We're almost to the end of the year, so I only have to survive a little bit with that. But anyway, that's it, guys. I have successfully changed 2 babies and shown you my entire collection. Stop. And then Charli's over here. Come here, Charli girl. The other cool thing with Charli is I've spent so much time with her. It's like I know how to hold her and move her too. Okay, that's everybody, and that's everything for this evening. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll be back soon. Sending out much love, and bye for now.